It's 1 o'clock. Maybe we'll get started because I don't know if anybody else will be joining us, but if you are here and would like to, please leave a comment. And if you share, I will be sending the card we make today to someone. So be sure and share. I appreciate that. Will help my reach. And so in my picture, I showed this card that I wanted to do, but I decided to do this card because I really like this paper. But I will share this with you later. So so we're gonna make this card, and I'm calling it a triangle fun fold. I don't know, there's no name, no official name for it, but I'm using triangles, so that's what I called it. It's just my name. So this is the card we're gonna make, and thank goodness my phone is better today. I think it was because I hadn't turned it off for a long time. It's the only phone we have now, and I leave it on, but I should turn it off once in a while and let it reset itself, because now today it's not blurry. I'm so thankful. So we're gonna make this card, and I will show you the I'll show you the measurements first. So we're using the card base is Early Espresso, and that's 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4. And then we're going to have a basic white piece that's for the inside, and that's 5 1/4 by 4. And then we'll put this piece, the striped piece, and that's from Gathering Together Designer Series paper, 4 inches by 3/4, and that will go down here for the inside like this. So, and then for the triangle piece, so this piece back here that is the striped and the plaid, that's Gathering Together, and that's 4 inches by 3 inches. And then for the front focal point, we have Early Espresso at 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then for the front piece, it's Gathering Together. It's Specialty Designer Series paper, 4 inches by 3 inches. And if you've ever wondered what specialty means, it usually means that there is some gold or something special, and that's why they call it specialty. So you can tell, and of course it costs more because it's special. So anyway, this paper does have the gold flecks in it, which is really beautiful. So, okay, we'll start out, and I'm going to have a thanks. And this is from the Amber Autumn stamp set, Amber Autumn bundle. So for the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the Gathering Together, the 4 inch by 3 inches that makes the triangle. And this is a 4 inch by a 3 inch. Now, depending on which way you cut it, so I could cut it this way and it will be like this. But if I cut it this way, then it would be like this. So your centerpiece goes this way, or it goes this way. So you can see the difference, and just matters how you cut it. So I'm going to cut it this way since that's the way I did it on the sample card. So I'm going to cut this, and tip on cutting when you're cutting and they're in the gully. Start your cutter out in the center, because if you come down from either top or bottom, it could make these a little bit raw. And so I start in the center and go down. That's just a little tip, because if you start at the top, you're liable to mess up the point there. So now, guess what? I did it. No, this is right, because I'm putting this here. So we're going to want the long side like that. So we'll take the card base, and I'll burnish that. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry. Diane's having a hard time. I'm here. My same old, same old. So this is going to go here, and I'm going to need just a little bit of a frame there. Maybe she'll make it she can always go back and watch the other. And so now I'm going to put I'm going to use my silicone pad, and I'm going to use my seal and add some seal to the and then this is going to go up here, about right there. Oh, hi Diane, you made it. Good for you. So just as a refresher, this is the card we're going to make. This is the card I'm making, and it's using these, I'm calling it a triangle fun fold card. So, I'm glad you got in. I know sometimes these things are kind of, Facebook gets a little bit rowdy sometimes. So that goes there. And then we're going to put this, I'll put the inside in. And I'm making this a thank you card, so that'll be, I always need lots of thank you cards. So I'm putting the basic white in here, and then I'm going to add a piece of the stripe from the Gathering Together, and I'm going to put that on the bottom, just because I think it's, thank you, Diane. It's really pretty. This card is fun, and if you have like small pieces left over, the front focal piece and the triangle pieces are both 4x3. So sometimes when you cut up a piece, you have some leftovers, and this makes it great because you don't have them together and you separated it, so you're using less paper. So the next thing is to add the Gathering Together to the early espresso for the So this is going to go on here, right like that. And then I'm going to put this on the front with Stampin' Dimensionals. So we'll add some dimensionals here. Thank you, Diane. Did I already thank you? I think I did. Double thanks is okay. Okay, we'll take off the backings, and then we'll put this on the front of the card. This is such a great, this would make, so Halloween, you could use it almost for Halloween, for Thanksgiving, for autumn, or it could be a masculine card. This would make a really nice birthday card for a man, because it's got the kind of the early espresso look to it. So, there. I'll just have to put the sentiment on and some gems, and then we're done. How quick and easy is that? It takes longer to cut out the paper than it does to make the card. So I'm going to put that thanks right there. And then I'm adding some of the Cajun, Craze, and Gold gems. And so I'm just going to kind of put them around on the lighter color area. There. And maybe one right here. So that's it. How quick and easy is that? And it's just really kind of a striking card, I think. So that one is that one. And then I'll share with you the rest of them that I've, of course, made. I have to make more. So the first one is the one that I actually showed in the picture, and then I changed my mind and decided to do that one. This is the Amber Toile paper. Autumn Toile paper, and I put this. I made this a portrait. No, a landscape. These are portrait. The other one was portrait. This is a landscape, and I used the brick background on the very vanilla, and then I cut this out from the Amber Toile bundle. So this is the acorns and leaves, and I colored those with Cajun Craze and pecan pie and crumb cake. And so I think this really turned out pretty. And nice sentiment, grateful for you. And then this is a happy birthday, and this is the Floral Charm paper that's an online exclusive. And I used that, and this is the back of this, and it's pretty peacock. And I think that's stunning. I love that paper. There's all kinds of colors in that paper, but this one I liked. And then this is a Christmas card, and this is using the Elegant Pine Snowflakes Designer Series paper. And I just really like that. Interestingly enough, all of the snowflakes in this paper are made with the pine boughs. So I thought that was really cool. And then I added the 3 little berries there, and the gold. I love this gold ribbon. This is a mesh, 3/8 inch mesh gold ribbon. So pretty. And then this one is another Christmas one. And this one is using the Modern Christmas Designer Series paper. And I added some of the druzy gems. And I just think that's really stunning with the, then I gold embossed the 'Tis the Season. And that's from the traditional label stamp set. And then this last one is not available yet, but will be. Thank you, Rebecca. This will be available the first part of November, so next week. And this is called Brushed with Beauty. And oh, I love it. This is Lost Lagoon. And then I use the back side of this paper, and I think it's just really stunning. So that is not available yet, but you can buy it if you're a demonstrator. So thank you, Diane. I know they're both really pretty. I love these. So I'll show you all of them, and then the one that we made today, and this one. Let's see. I guess we need this one since this is one I made today. So there they are. And, you know, I did these in just about an hour yesterday. The hardest part was deciding which one papers I was going to use. So there's my samples. And thank you, Lori. And so, you know, if you want to try this, I will have the measurements down below after we get done. And so that you could make your own. And I like the fact that, because I often have tons of paper left over. When I open a pack, I'll use 1 or 2 pieces, and then I have the small pieces. So this is really a great way to use up those smaller pieces, because these triangles and this paper, they're 4 by 3. So it's very often that you could have the them left over, and then you just cut them apart, and so you don't have to. When I make the full Designer Series paper for 5 1/4 by 4, then, you know, I don't always have that much left over, but this way I can use a lot of it. So anyway, great card, great layout. I love the layout. And so if you are interested, I will have the measurements below if you didn't write them down, and that's fine. I will make sure you get them. So thank you for joining me, and next week I'll be back at the regular 11 o'clock. And Sam's appointment was fine. He just had to go in again and get approved for medication, so it was not a big deal. But we had to be there at 10:30, so I didn't think we would probably make it back. So next week, same time, same station, same things. Thank you for joining.